Yo, people, what's good? Sorry for the delay. Me and Henry are both working professionals now, and apologies, I've got to say it's my fault. I I delayed us. And please, people, let me know if you can see me clearly, because for some reason or another, my internet, my internet is moving higgy hagger. So I don't know whether it's mine internet or whether it's Henry's internet. But Henry, what are you doing? What you doing? What you saying, bro? How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. All good. Works as panic, but Champions League day, so we've got started. Marseille night. Looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, man. I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. I can't wait for tonight's game, man. It's gonna be special. It's gonna be special under the lights. Champions League, back at the lane, man. Like the only place to watch Champions League football in North London. That still rings true. That still rings true. We said that 3 years ago when we were building the new stadium. Um, and yeah, it still rings true. So yeah, see, I knew it wasn't me. People, I told you, it wasn't me. It was Henry's internet. See, okay, so it's not me that's got the shit in it. Okay, but yeah, people, as you come in, please make sure to smash the likes. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well, man. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, man. We're going to be talking about some of the players Marseille have. We're going to be talking about Conte's record in the Champions League. We're going to be talking about what it means to actually be back in this competition, Harry Kane's record, who's starting, etc., etc. But listen, I would be remiss. It would be. Am I using this word properly? I would. I would not be the guy I am if I didn't speak about a specific decision. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel, Tommy Tapping Tuchel, tapping toes, Tommy Tapping Tuchel. Listen, Thomas Tuchel is gone. He's gone at Chelsea. Yeah. They sacked him this morning. Apparently, it was unrelated to the Zagreb result, which they lost. Really poor result. I should know. I've been in that situation where you've gone to Zagreb away and you've been, well, to be fair, we got humiliated. But yeah, it's a pathetic result. I gotta say, it's a pathetic result from our end. And yeah, it was a poor result on Chelsea's end. Like, I don't feel, from what I saw in the stats, I didn't really watch the game, but from what I saw in the stats, they didn't look like they created much. And to be honest, some of my friends who watched the game told me the same thing, that they said that Chelsea just went up for it, man. They just went up for it. One sec, folks. I'm just sharing the link to this stream on Twitter. 1 second. I know Henry will come back into the chat soon. But yeah, Chelsea sunk by Orsic yesterday. I mean, again, the guy scored a hat-trick against us. But yeah, man, I must say I was so shocked. I was so shocked. Anyone who's seen my content here, my content on the Big Six, London Clubs Carnage, and the FTM podcast, like, you'll know that I've tried to defend Thomas Tuchel where I can, simply because I think he's a quality manager. But bro, you can't hide behind the fact that 2022 has not been a good year for Chelsea. Results have dipped in comparison to the first half of last season for them in the league. Performances have dipped. Lost two finals. Okay, fair enough. They actually played really well in both the finals. Really poor home defeat to Real Madrid. Some really bad mistakes. Players are out of form, but you would have thought with 273 odd million or whatever it was they spent, you would have thought with that money that they've thrown at Thomas Tuchel, he would have been given longer than 7 games to change it around. Like, in my head, I just can't understand the point in giving the manager such a say-so in the transfer window, giving the manager the funds, the backing that he wanted, just to sack him after 7 games. Because when you look at the players that Chelsea has spent their money on, they're players that Thomas Tuchel needed for his system. okay, they're adaptable players. Like Cucurella can play left wing back or left back. So pretty much any other new manager coming in could pick him up and do a job with him. Same for the likes of Reece James, same for the likes of Chilwell, etc., etc. Koulibaly, Fofana, like they're very adaptable players, but they're players that Thomas Tuchel specifically earmarked. And beyond that, they're players that Chelsea went out on the limb for because Thomas Tuchel wanted them. There were other centre-backs out there, but he wanted Fofana, so they went out on the limb for Fofana. There were other left-backs out there, but he wanted Cucurella, so they went out on the limb for Cucurella. What I don't understand is why would you go out on a limb and get the manager his first choice targets in defense? Okay, maybe not so much attack aside from Sterling. Why would you then go out and back him with Aubameyang? That was a specific request from Thomas Tuchel just to get rid. It didn't make any sense to me personally, but nobody can say that it was all peachy at Stamford Bridge. There was already talk of pressure mounting on Thomas Tuchel, and like I said earlier on, performances had not improved. Results have been mixed. Yeah. The only shock is that it's come this early. It would have been understandable if we had got to end of October and November time, and Chelsea was still playing like this. Chelsea's results were still up and down, etc., etc. But 7 games into the season, I think that's really, 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 really harsh. Really, really harsh and really early. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. It's ruthless out here. 273 million spent. Bruh. Todd Bowley said, bruh, we ain't happy. I'm sure there's going to be stories that are going to come out. You saw in the summer as well, quite a few Chelsea players wanted to leave. So that's always the case, right? When these managers get sacked, that's always the case, that there's always something going on behind the scenes. Oh, what are you saying, Henry? What's good?
Yeah, I'm all good apart from my Wi-Fi decided to act like a cereal box here.
That's much better. You see, that's much better.
Yeah, look, we're clear as crystal now.
Yeah, so I was pretty much talking about Thomas Tuchel because I'm like, listen, that's the way the cookie has crumbled for Thomas Tuchel. I think it's quite harsh to sack a manager after 7 games when you've given them. I thought he had earned a little bit more credit in the bank. Like, I was basically saying if they had if results were like this over like a 10-game period and they had sacked him in like November, for instance, similar to when we sacked Nuno, I would understand it. But it's a bit confusing now, 7 games in. And that's not to say that things were fine, because things were not fine. And there was all this talk bubbling up. But to sack him early on, it's a bit, yeah. But listen.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts, isn't it? Like, they've brought in Aubameyang, who wanted to build this relationship up, and the guy's only seen him like once or twice. Now he's gone. But the thing is, like, their performances hasn't been great, is it? Like West Ham deserved the point. Obviously, they were battered against Leeds. They lost last night in the Champions League. So the performance-wise, and then you look at, like, one thing that I don't think people look at is when it comes to him buying attacking options, right? He never, ever maximizes the potential when he's attacking players. And I feel like there's got to be more to this. There's got to be something on the training ground where there's been a bust up with a few players. But fair play to this owner, because he's just being ruthless. And that's the way you've got to be nowadays, you know? How many times has managers dragged out expectations and their time at football clubs? Look at Arsenal, for instance. Loads of Arsenal fans could say, you know, there's been numerous times where Arteta should have been sacked and vice versa. But they're now going in for Graham Potter, which is a different ballgame now because he's a serious coach. Like, they play very good football, and he's managed to perform with players like Danny Welbeck up front. You give him Havertz, Raheem Sterling, and all the attacking threat Chelsea have got, and that's a complete different outlet now.
Yeah, I think listen, I agree with like a few parts of what you mentioned there. Like the attack one, I'm not putting it all on Thomas Tuchel. Like, I do think the team performance, I get, like the team performance where the football's a bit slow, ponderous, they're struggling to break teams down. And on the flip side, they're also leaking goals now. Yeah. I think that's the one thing that's gone against Chelsea. Because at the very least, before, you could say, okay, yeah, maybe maybe they're not gonna smash loads and loads of teams and stuff like that. But the football was decent, and they were stopping teams scoring. Like, it was very, very hard to break down Chelsea. Now, leaky defense. Like, teams are getting at Chelsea. Teams are popping off shots at Chelsea. Teams are creating genuine clear-cut opportunities against Chelsea.
They've spent big money as well on defenders, haven't they? They've spent 80 million on Cucurella. 80 million on Fofana, 60 million on Cucurella. They've signed Koulibaly. But I was speaking to Goonie the other day, and he was saying that Chelsea's biggest problem is they haven't actually fully replaced Nemanja Matic, as they haven't got an out-and-out DM. Now, obviously, they've brought in the Swiss guy from Juve. Is it Zakaria? I think it's
Zakaria.
Yeah, so they've actually got a DM, but I don't know, man. For me, it's a weird one. You know, Chelsea have got lots of good players, but the performances have just been, like you said, they're leaking goals. When you've got a player like Thiago Silva in there, and you've got Koulibaly, I mean, at times he's like Bambi on ice.
But you know what it is, though, and we'll end it with this. Like, I just think they should have given him a bit more time. They should have. Me personally, I was shocked when I saw that this morning. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, wow, 7 games in. That's nuts, bro. And I think that's like the earliest we've seen a Chelsea manager get sacked. Even Roman gave Di Matteo until October. He gave Jose until like Christmas, the third time of sacking. He gave Villas-Boas until like Christmas. Like, Todd Bowley's just said, you know what,
absolutely ruthless.
Yeah. And you know what? If you wanted to sack Thomas Tuchel, as harsh as it would have been, you may as well just sack him in the summer. Why waste everyone's time and bring in players that the manager wants only to sack him 7 games into the season? It's nuts. I think. And then when you look at the pool of managers available, slim pickings, right? But anyway, it seems like they're going for Graham Potter, which I don't know. Let's end it on this, actually. What do you think of that appointment? Because I'm looking at it now, and Graham Potter is a talented manager, and he's definitely one that's been earmarked by bigger clubs. Like, we were in for Graham Potter before we went Nuno, and apparently I think he knocked us back, something like that. So you can tell that he's always had the eyes of some of the bigger clubs in the league upon him. But I'm looking at it now, and if I'm Graham Potter, I'm waiting. You know, I'm not touching this Chelsea job right now, because I'm waiting. I'm doing my thing at Brighton, and I'm waiting for the right opportunity to come. And I don't know, like, what do you think?
Well, the thing is, everyone always says, when's Graham Potter going to get that big chance to manage a bigger football club than Brighton? You know, he's been linked with, at one point, I think United were looking at him. Obviously, he knocked us back. Arsenal have been linked to him a couple of times when Arteta's been on the ropes. I hear what he's saying. Obviously, he's doing his thing at Brighton, and they're firing on all cylinders. You know, they're playing very good football, and let's be honest, they don't really have a massive, like a goal scoring number 9. Really, they've got Danny Welbeck and other players, and he's kind of galvanized his team to look at his ethos of football and play his way. But with going to Chelsea, it's a massive step up, because obviously that owner's now thinking, right, okay, which other managers are out there? You know, you've probably got the likes of Pochettino, you've probably got the likes of Zinedine Zidane, and he's gone to Graham Potter.
Come to England, though. That's the thing. I don't think he wants to come to England, Zidane.
Yeah, I don't. And then you probably think that Pochettino didn't have a fantastic time at PSG in the grand scheme of things. So he looks at Graham Potter and thinks, okay, he's performed with a slim budget at Brighton. Is he worth that step up? I think he is. I think he'll do well at Chelsea. I think it's going to take him time to for the Chelsea to kind of play his style of football. He's not going to go straight in, and in 3 or 4 games later he's going to change, kind of like how Ten Hag's kind of changed it. But thing is, if he's that ruthless with Tuchel, what's he going to be like if it doesn't work out of Graham Potter? Is he going to be that ruthless as well?
And this is exactly what we're saying now. Like, you would have thought that Thomas Tuchel had earned enough credit in the bank, even despite the fact that it's been quite a very disappointing and alarming 2022. You would have thought that he earned some credit in the bank, but you're like, if they're going to pay 16 million compensation for Graham Potter, like,
who did Brighton get as well to replace Potter now?
Yeah, that one's tough, but there'll be managers out there at that level that they can get, in my opinion. I think it's more a case of like, what happens if Graham Potter comes in and it's not instant? What happens if it's a teething issue thing? Then you need to give him time, because he will need time. we've seen that this guy's a good manager, that he'll need time to embed his ideas into the team. What happens if Todd Bowley says, "Nah, you ain't got enough time," and then sacks him and then pays more money? Because it seems like Chelsea are just willing to throw money at everything right now. So what does that do for Graham Potter's career and his stock? Me personally,
if he does get that move and he flops, like he doesn't do well at all, that harnesses his reputation massively, because he's got this reputation now where he managed in Sweden, comes to the Premier League, does a fantastic job at Brighton. Now, if he gets that step up and he flops, then, where does he go from there? Because the one thing I will say is that he will get back in the transfer market. So he will be able to buy the players he wants.
Of course. But we all know that having that money to spend doesn't automatically equate to success. And I think with him, Chelsea look messy right now. Like, don't get it twisted. They got a strong squad on paper, but the squad, there's still an imbalance in that team. They're still lacking a chance creator. They've got attackers who are completely out of form in the likes of Mason Mount, Kai Havertz. They've got defense that are leaking goals, etc., etc. There's still things that need to gel with that Chelsea team. The new signings need to properly immerse themselves into the squad. Like, there's potential there with Chelsea, of course. Like, there's a good enough squad to be finishing in the top 4 for sure. But what I'm saying is, for Graham Potter, if he doesn't go there and have the desired effect straight away, does this look like a hierarchy that will keep him around? Look how quick, how ruthless with a man that won the Champions League like a year and a half ago, and the Super Cup or whatever. Like, they still finished in the 3rd last year. They still got to 2 cup finals. They won the Club World Cup, Super Cup, etc. So you would have, if he doesn't even have credit in the bank, who's to say that Graham Potter would?
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. What's your thoughts on like Chelsea, like this season, in terms of, if they don't get a Graham Potter, who do they then look to? Because, like you said, Zinedine Zidane, he doesn't want to come to England. Would Pochettino? I know you had the back and forth with Lawless. Money does talk, though. If there's money there,
it does, and I am worried. I can't lie. He's added me in separate chats. I'm worried because I would not want Pochettino at Chelsea. I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that.
What about someone like Luis Enrique? Is he not available?
Luis Enrique, yeah, he's Spain, yeah. He's a good manager, but would he want to go to? I think he would take the Chelsea job. Personally.
Yeah, if Poch goes there, it's kind of going to be like a little bit of a dagger in the heart, isn't it? Especially if he does well. Do you think like that will put a lot of people's love for Pochettino to bed if he does take that Chelsea job?
There's always those sort of fans in our community that will say he's dead to me, etc., etc. Look at what happened with Dele and Sol Campbell the other day with the photo. But me personally, nah. I'll still love the man, but I'll still love the man, but I will be quite pissed off if he joins Chelsea. Like, part of me will be like, what the fuck are you playing at?
Considering he still wears like Spurs merch now, even when he was like
I'll be fuming, bro. I'll be fuming. I can't lie to you. I wouldn't hide. I wouldn't be able to hide my disappointment.
Yeah, it's mad if he joins. On obviously, was you at the Fulham game? You was, weren't you?
I was. Let's get on to Spurs now. Let us talk Marseille. Yeah. Obviously, me and you were going to the game. We said we'll meet up beforehand tonight. It's good that Conte's got the feel-good factor back into Spurs now. People are actively looking forward to going to games. But weirdly enough, there's still tickets available tonight. I think quite a few. Probably like a couple.
We're at 71% capacity. I see this morning.
Yeah, but I think it's
quite a big drop-off.
Yeah, I think it's the prices, though. That's why. I think it's the prices. Like, I had to pay 65 quid for one game.
Yeah, I mean, the ticket, I paid 60 with the booking fee. It was around 65 as well. And 3 seats in front of me is £90. How can you justify that? Same stand, 3 seats in front.
Yeah, bro. It's
madness.
It's nuts. I remember in Wembley, we would get like when we were playing Champions League in Wembley, we're filling up maybe not filling up Wembley to full capacity, but we're getting, I can't remember, we got like, I think we got like 75 to 80K like attendances in Champions League games. Why? Because we were able to provide like reasonably priced tickets. Like you could get a multi-pack. I remember you could get all 3 home games, and I think you'd pay something like 90 or 100 quid, and you're basically getting them at 30 quid a pop. Now, when one ticket is going for almost double the price,
yeah, it's madness.
In fact, over double the price. It's like you're pricing people out of the opportunity to come and see us play Champions League. So yeah, it's just
for me, it's like, it's obviously know why they're doing it. You know, they're trying to make a profit and all that, and you know they're trying to put money into the club and all that. But not like, let's be completely real. I'd pay this sort of money if it was like a massive European heavyweight, like a Bayern Munich, a PSG, Real Madrid, Barca. But most of these teams in our group have been in and out of Europe. None of them have been like certified Champions League teams, have they? Like Marseille have been in the Conference League, Frankfurt were in the Europa League last year, Sporting have been in the Europa League. So like charging like £90 to see Marseille, I get the European heritage, you know, they won the 93 Champions League and all that. But £90 to see Marseille is absolutely ludicrous. Like, it's crazy.
It's nuts. And it's why some people will choose not to go to the games, like especially in a cost of living crisis as well. Like, who do you think the average person isn't just going to have 270 quid that they want to spend on football games? If they have 270 quid, they're not looking to spend it on football games. They're looking to spend it on the increasing prices around them, man. It's a bit sad, but even still, I imagine there will be at least 50 to 55,000 at the game tonight. So
I think Marseille, I think, is it 7,000 they've got tonight, or is it 5,000?
7,000.
Yeah, I see it earlier. I think it's either 7,000 or 5,000 Marseille fans. We find out.
But they only get like an allocation of how many? What's the allocation? They'll get like what, like probably like 4,000 tickets, right?
Don't they get the they obviously get the bottom part of the stand where they usually sit in. Haven't they got part of the top as well? Let me check.
I don't think have they got part of the top?
Marseille ticket location Tottenham. Let's have a look how many they've got. So they've got, apparently they've got 5,000. And on Twitter, someone's saying up to 15,000 Marseille fans are going to be in London.
So that means some of them will definitely be looking to try and sit in the home
Spurs
end like that. Yeah,
that's going to be. And Marseille fans do not fuck about. Like, so if you are going tonight and you do see a Marseille fan in your stand, just, you know, don't start shouting out anything like about ex-Arsenal players like Alexis Sanchez or Nuno Tavares or Kolasinac, because it will just kick off. But on this game, like, so Marseille are joint top of Ligue 1. They're playing good football. They signed, 13, 14 signings in the window. They look confident. Like, what do you expect from Marseille tonight? Do you think they're going to come at us from the get-go? Do you think they're going to try and nullify the crowd? Do you think, you know, they're a massive threat to us?
We should be winning, man. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We have to win this game, and I want to win. I want to win, and I would like a convincing win as well. Marseille, they're not a bad side. They're unbeaten in Ligue 1 this season. I think they got like 16 points out of 18 points. Fair enough. But I'm not scared. And I shouldn't really be scared. Okay, great. They're coming into good form. It's not going to be like playing Bournemouth, for instance. It's still a Champions League game, right? So there's still an element of Spurs having to raise their game. Spurs have to be at their level, and we have to be at their level. We can't take them for granted. That's the way I see it. Like, every one of these Champions League games, we can't take it for granted, and we can't underestimate the opposition. We have to bring our A game as if we were playing the likes of Barca, as if we were playing the likes of Inter. If we do that, then we'll beat them tonight. for sure. Like
A Champions League game is still a Champions League game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as you. Obviously, we've got to win, and we've got to win convincingly. If we do win convincingly tonight, that will give us a lot of confidence going into that Man City game at the weekend. Obviously, they brushed Sevilla aside yesterday, 4-0 in a dominant performance. But tonight, it's a weird one because like they've completely changed their formation, and they've got like Guendouzi now playing an attacking mid kind of role, whereas he was kind of been an out and out kind of box minded DM.
Yeah, I seen that because they're playing so what I think they're alternating between what, like a 3-4-3 and a 3-5-2. So some games they'll have they got Kolasinac
3-4-1-2.
Yeah, all that. They got Kolasinac playing fucking left centre back, for heaven's sake.
Kolasinac, Eric Bailly, and someone else. And then they've got Nuno Tavares playing left wing back. Alexis Sanchez playing up front, but apparently he's not fit for tonight.
It doesn't matter, bro. Henry, I promise you, wallahi, it doesn't matter. Like, we have to be beating this team. We have to be beating this team. I'm sorry, there's no excuses. I'm looking at the team. They got Mbemba, who I remember. Newcastle. He did. I remember he played for Porto as well when they beat, was it Juve that they knocked out? And he actually put in a really good performance.
Him and Pepe, didn't they?
Yeah, he put in a really good performance. But I'm sorry, I'm not having it, man.
Kolasinac at left side,
win. I even want a clean sheet tonight. I probably won't get one, but I want a clean sheet tonight. And they got like Cengiz Under, Dimitri Payet. Listen, Payet still got tech. But come on. We're talking about like a 30, what is he, like 35-year-old Payet now? Like, come on.
He's got no pace at all now. Like, he's literally got no pace. He's got the ability though, isn't he? Like, you look at that Under. Is that Under? He played for Leicester, didn't he? He went on loan to them. Was it last year?
Yeah, Cengiz Under. Like, and people are talking in the comments about Nuno Tavares hat trick coming, bruv. Hat trick, yeah, bet. He's going to be up against Kulusevski or Richarlison. He's got a hat. Like, today.
Did you see Paul O'Keefe's predicted 11?
Yeah. He put Richarlison in the front three, right?
Yeah, instead of Kulusevski, which is interesting because, like, for me, I would play. I mean, this is a big shout, but my front three tonight would be Kane, Kulusevski, and Richarlison. I would put Son on the bench because, like, for me, he's getting lots of opportunities. Like, I think he's had the most shots on goal this season from a wide player, but he's yet to score. He's getting into dangerous areas, but for me, he doesn't look. I don't know what you think, but I feel like Son doesn't look 100% at all.
He's coming, man. You know what it is with Son. He's cooking.
The goals are going to come, but like Kulusevski was rotated against Fulham, so the likelihood is he will start tonight. And the way Richarlison played against Fulham, and he's got that dog in him. Obviously, Kane's going to start.
It's that dog, not the dog. You're so British. He's got that dog in him.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's just, he's got that dog.
He's got that dog in him. That's what you're meant to say.
Right, he's got that in him. Right. So who do you rotate? You've got to rotate. Surely you've got to rotate Son.
These are good problems, Henry. It doesn't listen. Son played really well. Against Fulham, and so did Richarlison. So I'm not mad at Conte keeping the same start in front three. I'm not mad at Son coming out. I'm not mad at Kulusevski coming out. I'm not mad at Richarlison coming out. This is finally the beauty of having attackers that can come into this team and can do a job. Do you get what I'm saying? We got Man City on the weekend, and I'm actually so calm about whoever he picks out of the four because I know that all four can deliver. Do you get what I'm saying?
It is as well. Like when we first signed Richarlison, obviously, I gave him a lot of stick.
Yeah, you did. And you know what? Let me say this. You know what? Yeah, I wanted to end this in the window because I gave you a lot of grief. For you
rightly so, though.
The window stinks like a Daniel Levy window. I gave you a lot of grief, and whilst I don't agree with that statement because we did go out and sign Richarlison, etc., I do think that you were somewhat validated with the end of the window because there were certain things that were said about how Spurs wanted to do X, Y, Z, and we didn't do it. And I don't think that's all entirely down to Daniel Levy, but you just think that, like, come on, like, you've known
the way we started the window
pushed the
fantastically compared to the way we ended. It was just like the way we operate, we'd never go out and sign a player like Perisic if we didn't have Conte. Daniel Levy would not go and buy a 33-year-old. And we started the window excellently with the likes of Basuma and Perisic. But the way we ended, it's the same old, isn't it? But getting back to the game, I think you're right. It's a decision. It's a difficult decision to have, but it's a good decision to have on who do we play at that front three, because we've got 4 very good attacking options. Do you think dropping into the midfield, obviously Højbjerg and Bentancur, I thought they were both very good against Fulham. I thought Bentancur had a very good, composed, comfortable performance. And then in these games, he looks calm because he can kind of dictate the tempo. It's the games when we play bigger oppositions where I think he struggles. But this game tonight, do you think he'll still start Højbjerg and Bentancur, or do you think like a Basuma will come in, or do you think?
I think he'll start Højbjerg and Bentancur. I think he'll start Højbjerg and Bentancur.
I think that's what he'll do. And then I think he'll play Perisic. Even though Cesc had a good game against Fulham, he's got to start Perisic this game.
I agree. I think this is the perfect game at home. You start Perisic. I think away from home against Man City, he'll start Cesc. And I won't, even though I want Perisic to play as many games as possible, I can somewhat understand why he would play Cesc in a game like Man City, where we're going to be doing a lot more defending than attacking. But yeah, me personally, I would like to see Basuma start tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen after the performance we saw on the weekend from Bentancur and Højbjerg. I think they were fantastic. So he's going to keep the momentum going. I actually think he's going to play the same midfield double pivot against Man City as well. And I think Basuma will come on in the second half against City. I think what will happen is he'll start Basuma, in my opinion, against Sporting Lisbon away. I think Basuma will start that game.
Because isn't Skip fit? Isn't Skip in the squad tonight?
Skip is in the squad. Yep. So I think he will start getting some rotation minutes coming off the bench potentially. So I think that will happen. But personally, I reckon I think these players are definitely starting tonight. I think Richarlison is definitely starting tonight. I think Son is definitely starting tonight. I don't think Kulusevski starts tonight personally, and I'm not mad at that. I think Bentancur and Højbjerg are definitely starting tonight. I think Longley is starting tonight, and then I think the rest is obvious.
On Longley, what did you make of his performance against Fulham? Because I thought he was very good, to be fair, because it was his first game kind of put in, and you could see the difference in playing it out from the back between Longley and Davies is levels. He looked so much more composed on the ball playing out from the back, and that's what we miss when the likes of Romero's not in the team. But what did you like? What did you make? What did you think of Longley against Fulham?
I thought he was really good. I thought he defended well enough. I thought he was really slick in his passing. Like at times he didn't delay. He could play fast his first time. He would fizz the ball into the danger areas as well. Like you look at 2 passes that he made. One in the first half that led to a shot by Harry Kane when he pinned that player back, and I think that was him. There was another one where he fizzed it again into Harry Kane. Harry Kane's killed the ball dead, and then he's dinked it to Son for a chance that hit the post.
Touch was madness,
mental touch, and I think that's the beauty of having someone like Longley, right, and also having someone like Harry Kane. We have attackers like Kulusevski, like Kane, who can kill the ball dead with a touch, and we need to have centre backs who can trust these guys enough to play that hard pass, play the pass that's so hard that the opposition can't intercept it, but it's not too hard that the player can't sort of bring it down. And I think that's where Longley gave us that with the pass. And then even second half as well, he played one pass in between the lines to Richarlison, played it, and the Fulham defender tried to get it, but because of the weight of the pass was so strong, he couldn't get it. And Richarlison nuts tossing Adebayo, and then gave a chance. Or put a chance on the plate, I think. So, I say put on the plate. Son had the shot and it was blocked quite well, to be fair. But yeah, I think it's good, man. It's a good problem to have. It's definitely a good problem to have.
I feel like with Richarlison as well, he the work ethic he put in against Fulham was absolutely insane. He worked really hard chasing down every ball. And that's I was gassed. You know when he scored that goal and he did that prime Barkley knee slide and he ripped his shirt off. I was going mad.
Don't gas me, man. When he you know which one? Do you know which one was mad as well, Henry? Yeah. Do you know the one where that sick move we played from back to front, and then I think the ball gets played into Richarlison. No, the ball gets played to Son. Son then plays it to Richarlison. Richarlison plays it first time to dink it over. Son chases onto the ball and dinks it back, and then he had that sick volley. I was like, "Oh my!"
Oh right, well, when he runs onto it and kind of hits it up the outside, that would have been nuts.
Like, wow! If you had scored this, oh my days!
What do you think? Like Richarlison, like he's already buying into like Tottenham. Like, did you see him coming onto the training ground singing the Champions League thing?
Yeah.
I'm starting to warm to him, and this is a guy that
I'm telling you, man. Trust me. Like, you know what? Even like he's gonna have games where he's not scoring. The thing is, Richarlison, he's going to have moments where he stinks, similar to most of our players. Do you get what I'm saying? He's gonna have these moments where he's up and down, but you see why I love this guy. Like, you see why I was like,
and he's a shithousing merchant,
bro. You see why I was like, yo, bring this guy to enter. When we were linked, I remember when we were first linked with him back in May. I said, bring this guy to N17. If you're being serious and you're telling me you're going to sign him, bring him, because I think potency. He's got output. He can assist. He works his socks off. He presses. He's a mad dog. He presses well, and his pressing is infectious. And his personality is infectious as well. You see how Hojbjerg is talking about him. You see how Conte talks about him. You see how well he's sort of taken to the squad. Like, sometimes you get a player in your team that just boosts the morale and sort of elevates you. And it's mental as well, because technically he's not like the cleanest. Like, he ain't what's the word I'm looking for? He ain't like your typical sort of Brazilian. He doesn't have that Brazilian flair. But a lot of people think because he doesn't have the natural flair that he's not got any tech at all. Like, he's got some tech.
He's more of like, instead of having like the flair of other forwards, say someone like Gabriel Jesus has got quite a lot of flair in his play, like with the way he does feints and stuff. But Richarlison's just got that work ethic. Like, he will run through a wall for Conte.
Yeah, and it's not even just work ethic as well. I think people downplay how like his footballing ability. Like, his first touch isn't bad. He can bring the ball down under pressure. He can bring others into play. You saw some of the give and goes, the dummies and stuff like that. Like, he can play. It's just he ain't like a technician like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and the thing is, Richarlison ain't even like some world class player, but just you see the difference it makes. Just having a good player there that makes you think, okay, if the front three is not working, I can bring him in. It makes the squad better. Already we're looking at the attack differently. Already opposition,
it's real competition, isn't it?
Teams are looking at the attack differently.
That's the thing for me. It's like, it's the real competition now. So many times last season, we'd look at like taking off a Moore for Bergwijn or vice versa. And now we've actually got someone who can come in and contribute, you know, and like you said to me many times, he can play anywhere along that front line. He can come in at left wing. He can come in at right wing. He can, you know, there will be times in like the domestic cup competitions where Harry Kane will be rested and Richarlison will play through the middle. There will be times. For me, he's just a different outlet to so many players. And like I said, he's already kind of buying into Tottenham, the way that like when he put that picture up on Instagram of like the little tiny body with a massive head of him doing the kick up, like ultimate shithousery king. And the fact that we've got Romero in there as well, them two are going to be like, through this European campaign, they're going to be, you know, just winding players up left, right, and centre.
Mate, and the thing is that this is what I've been tweeting. I said, listen, when Richarlison comes on, what did I say? He said he bowls. I've been tweeting. He bowls piss and changes games. That's my slogan for him. Richarlison bowls piss and changes games. That's what he does for Spurs right now. So I'm gonna keep singing these praises. But on tonight's game, if he starts Longley and Romero, which is likely, it follows a trend that we saw in the weekend where we actually have ball players in our back line. Like, you see the difference that makes to our football. It allows us to be able to keep the ball better. It allows us to be able to play through teams better and naturally put more pressure on the opposition. What type of game are you expecting from us tonight? Like, is it much of the same from Fulham?
Well, in that Fulham game, we could have scored a hell of a lot more goals. I think the scoreline didn't do the performance, what it deserved. Obviously, we hit the bar and the post. Sessignon had that chance. Richarlison obviously hits the post as well. I think tonight, we'll start very well. I think the first 15, 20 minutes, we will be peppering them. Conte will want to start strongly. The atmosphere tonight is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I cannot wait to start singing about we're playing on a Wednesday night, and obviously them lot are playing that Tower shit tomorrow. The atmosphere is going to be unreal, but we have to start fast tonight. I want to see us. What I want to see us is when they're in possession, pressing really hard the pitch, because I don't want the games where we play the more possession-based teams like City and Liverpool. We've got every right to set up for the counter. Yeah. But a game like tonight, I don't want to see that. If we're countering tonight against Marseille, I don't want to see that. I want to see us coming out the blocks, straight out of the gate, everyone pressing, getting hard the pitch. And I want to just see us dominate the game and get to a point where we've killed the game off so we can, make some substitutions and get players prepared for Man City, because after Man City, we've got Champions League straight away again.
Yeah.
So it's a game every 3.5, every 4 days, we've got a game. So we couldn't really ask for a better game tonight to start at home. If we would have started away, it would have been a completely different outlet. But yeah, come out the blocks, press, get a few goals. I'm expecting Son to get on the score sheet, to be honest. I'd look on Twitter. He's got a very good record at home in the Champions League for us.
I think with for me, I think Son and Richarlison are bagging tonight. Personally, I think they're going to get goals. I think they'll get one apiece. Personally, I think we'll win tonight's game 3-1 or 3-0. Honestly, I'm not accepting a draw or a loss tonight. It has to be 3 points, and I want to see at least 2 goals scored. Marseille can do what they like in Ligue 1. I'm not going to shit on Ligue 1, but I'm sorry. I look at what we can do at our best. Just play your game. Play your game and make this a very, very reasonable fixture, because I've seen us play against Inter Milan and move to Inter Milan. I know we only won it 1-0, but we created bundles of chances. I've seen us whoop the shit out of Dortmund in this at home. I've seen us, even back on the Harry Redknapp, I've seen us batter the likes of Inter Milan. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I've seen us go toe-to-toe with better sides. I've seen us be 3-0 up against Real Madrid. So I'm sorry if we can do that against.
What's on Conte's record in the Champions League? He doesn't have a great record in Europe, does he? Is that in the back of your mind?
Yeah, it is. But I'm expecting, in all honesty, that record to end this season now. And I don't mean end as in like, he's going to win the Champions League, but I'm expecting him to top our group. I'm expecting him to get to the quarters, in my opinion. I think if we can get a nice, favorable draw, I think we should be aiming for quarters. Let's try and aim for quarters. Yeah. His record is actually quite abysmal in Europe, to be honest. I think the last time he was in the Champions League, they didn't even make Europa League. I think they got straight dumped out of Europe.
He lost the Europa League final, didn't he, to Unai Emery and Sevilla.
That was the season before that, yeah. So they got demoted. The season before that, they got demoted. Obviously, they finished third and flipping were playing in Europa League, got to the final and lost. So, listen, I think it's time to rise it. As far as I'm concerned, rise it with Spurs. Do your job. The players do their jobs, and we'll make knockouts. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think we'll win tonight. You're saying 3-1. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna say Kane and Son. But it wouldn't surprise me if we like I said, if we start well, we get an early goal, the place will be rocking. I just don't want to see us, counter a team like Marseille. If we go at them, we could easily put 3 goals past Marseille. But they're probably going to come. They're going to come nullify that crowd, anchor the ship down, park it up, and just probably try and counter us.
You know what though? Like, I don't mind if we pick and choose our moments to counter in. Like, I don't like. I get you. Like, I don't want to be sat deep at home against a side like Marseille. You're right. We definitely need to come out and express ourselves at home. We have to. We have to. But I don't mind. Let's say if we're 2-0 up, I'm more than happy. Like, if you want to keep the ball and try and go at us, fine. It works in our advantage. But I think one thing you said is key. Assert your dominance on this team from the jump. Like, we have to start better. I think against Fulham in the first half, we had a good first half, and that's probably the first time since, I would say, Southampton, where you could actually say in the league that we've actually had a good first half, because normally we're not good in the first half. Do you get what I'm saying? So this time,
we're like second half FC, aren't we? Like so many times last season. I think the Newcastle game, we were terrible first half, and then we battered them second half. So many times last season, we're slow starters, and then the second half, all of a sudden, everyone would put their shooting boots on. But I don't want to see that. I want to see us tonight coming out of the traps, quick time, and getting onto Marseille. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to slander the French league, but most of them teams in the French league are abysmal. You know, you've got the likes of Lyon, you've got the likes of PSG, Lille, Nice, and a few others, but you've got teams like Lorient and teams like that where, come on, like they might be doing more in that league, but the competition compared to the Premier League there's no comparison. We come out the track early, put this tie to bed.
This is it. Like, respect the opposition, and play your maximum. Play like you're playing, as I said, play like you're playing some of the better sides in the league, and we'll beat Marseille tonight. That's not even me being arrogant or anything. Play your game and you'll win, because we're a better side than Marseille. Nobody can convince me that Marseille are as good as Spurs. We are a better side than Marseille, and we need to show it. We've got the best striker in the league. We've got a world-class manager. We've got a team that are actually functioning well. Okay, Marseille are in good form. Okay, they're not going to come here and just roll over, but you have to make them roll over. We have to throw what we got at them, and let's see if they can withstand. Because I'll tell you this for free, most teams haven't been able to withstand us in terms of goal scoring in 2022. So if we play our normal game, we'll win.
Yeah, listen, I'm confident we're going to get the job done. I'm staying 2-0. Like, we get a clean sheet, we score a few goals, we'll be happy. And then Man City's a completely different outlet at the weekend. But yeah.
Yep. Someone put this comment. We were supposed to be a better side than Mura as well. Yeah, you're right. And we absolutely smashed Mura at home. And then when you look at the team that played away from home, look at the team that started. Compare that to the team that's facing Marseille. Romero.
With the likes of, what was it, Sanchez? Who do we have? Sanchez, Davies, and...
Yeah, and we still should have beaten them.
Rodon played, didn't he? Is it Rodon?
Bro, yeah, I'm going to bring it up now. It was a pathetic performance, but we still should have beaten them. One second.
Yeah, listen, I'm confident we'll get the job done.
Yeah, let me see this lineup quickly. So, more about this game. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, so the lineup we played was Sessegnon. So wait, Tanganga, Rodon, Sanchez, Galini in goal. Remember that shit goal he conceded. Sessegnon, Skip, Endom, and Doherty as the four, and then Harry Kane, Dilly, and Brian Hill.
People want to talk about loyalty, right? People want to say how loyal are you? Look at the state of that 11 that we played Mura against compared to the team now.
That's going to play tonight, yeah.
That's a relegation candidate side.
We were still playing Dele as an attacking option. He's dusted, bro.
He's don't get wrong, he's scoring goals in the Super League in Turkey, but like, come on. I mean, even Everton wanted to get rid of that guy. That's how bad he is.
Mate, yeah, and listen, Brian Hill, I like Brian Hill. I think he's got talent, but you're telling me a 20-year-old who still has the body of a 14-year-old, like, he still needs to bulk up. Like,
even I've got more muscle than him, and I've seen more meat on the chip than me sometimes.
You've got a bit more of a gut than him, to be fair.
All right, okay, let's not start taking shots.
But you know what? Nah, like, I like Brian Hill, and I hope he gets some minutes for us this season. But yeah, that team is incomparable to the team that we're playing tonight. And I would get maybe some reservations about the result away. If you're talking away from Marseille, maybe, yeah, like, you can see Spurs dropping points in that game because I don't really think we travel that well away in Europe. But at home, under the lights, 8 p.m. kickoff, nah.
Nah, we got to put it to bed.
Spurs win.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I think that's that really. So you've gone for 2-0. I've gone for 3-1. Where you sat again tonight, Henry?
So I'm thinking about, because there's loads of tickets left in the South Stand. I'm thinking of putting my ticket back on the ticket exchange and I'm buying a South Stand ticket.
Where are you? Where are you? Are you in
I'm
West?
sitting. Here we go. I am sitting North Mid Tier, row 3, block 481. So like
Okay.
so I'm like, hang on, I'm dead opposite you.
Don't worry. Don't worry about like doing whatever with your ticket. Just we'll speak offline. You can be sat in the South Stand. No problem.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I've got to bounce. I've got a few things to do. But listen, thanks for having me on. The
No
chat.
problem, bro.
I'm getting rinsed for having a body of a 14-year-old now with a beer belly. And remember, Richarlison has got that dog in him.
Safe, bro. Thank you for hopping on, man.
No worries. Appreciate having me on. I'll see you soon.
No problem. Cheers. So, people, I'm about to end the stream now because, like Henry, I've also got a day job that I need to get back to. But thank you lot for tuning in. It's been a good stream. I'm probably going to try and do a late one tonight if anyone's up, if anyone's awake, if anyone wants to stay up, etc., etc. I'm looking in the comments as well. Big up Bashir as well, Inter Milan fan. He says, guys, do you take an L in CL and a WV City? No, I'll take a W in both. People saying got that pug in him. But yeah, no, people, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna try and see if I can do like a late stream tonight. If not, then I'll do like a lunchtime stream again tomorrow. Look out for some stuff that I've got coming out on my channel on Friday with Big Steve as well. We're going to be talking about front threes in the Premier League, and we're going to be previewing the Man City game. So people tune in from my channel. Make sure you switch the post notifications on if you haven't done so already. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed already. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash that like button right now. Smash that like button. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, peace out, and enjoy the Champions League. Enjoy, because I'm going to be tonight. Take care.